Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Pretty Little Liars books. So recently I have just started reading the Pretty Little Liars books. I've previously already watched the show. Y'all know I have multiple videos about it. But now I finally started reading the books. So let's just get right into it. Let's talk about the characters first. Let's start off with Hannah. So Hannah in the books, it's kind of not the same as, so I was going to do like comparison to the show, but I might do a different video for that. Let's just talk about the book characters. So Hannah. But yes, I like Hannah. She's a popular girl. She cares about popularity a lot. She cares about what other people think of her. But I feel like that all stems from her being how she was back before she met Allie and them and stuff like that. So she has a lot of insecurities or whatever, I've noticed. But I do think Hannah do have the the most best character development, because at first she cared about only popularity. She didn't care who she had to hurt to get up to the top. But now she don't really care too much about that. She's settled, whatever. She's with her man Mike, and she don't really care about that too much no more, especially because she have big problems to think of. Next up, let's talk about Emily. So Emily, I feel like Emily been going through a lot. Or whatever. I do think I like Emily. She's very compassionate. She do care about people a lot. She's very loyal or whatever. But yes, I can't really say too much about Emily, but she's another character I really like, or whatever. Sometimes it's kind of hard because she be so stuck on Allie, and she thinks she can, change her or do whatever she wants. And sometimes it's like Allie's hurting you guys. You need to put your friend first and yourself first, because Allie do not care about you no more. Next up, let's talk about Aria. Aria, artsy type Aria. She's very strong-headed. She cares about her family and friends a lot, or whatever. Sometimes she do stuff without thinking, I would say. But other than that, she's an okay character. She's okay to me. Not one of my favorites, but yeah. Let's talk about Spencer. Okay, Spencer. Spencer is very smart, strong-willed, very competitive. She has to be in control at all times or whatever. What can I say about her? I mean, one thing I don't like about Spencer is she accuses everybody of being A with little evidence, and when she hops on a train, she's trying to convince all her friends that you should believe me. This, even though they have a lot of evidence against them, this is who A is. Stuff like that. And I feel like sometimes she's gonna jump to conclusions, especially she's wrong every time. So yeah. Next, let's talk about Mona. So Mona was the first A. Spoiler alert if you haven't read the books. She was the first A, and I feel like she did really good for being A. I did think she had a reasonable cause for being A, or whatever. Some stuff was kind of wrong, like she ran over Hannah. That was bad. But overall, and then when she revealed herself, she ended up dying or whatever, and that was kind of, maybe she could have went and got help at the preserve or whatever, but she ended up not being able to do that, so that's whatever. Next up is Noel. I really like Noel. I thought he's gonna be like this dumb jock, but he actually have more depth in him, and more depth in him than people give him credit for, or whatever. Same with Mike. Mike was, sometimes he do make some disgusting comments and immature comments, but he is always there for his family. Aria, he's always there. He's always there for Hannah, through thick and thin. So yeah. Next up, let's talk about. No, we're gonna save that for last. No. Let's talk about the parents next. First of all, let's start off with Emily parents. Emily parents can be nice when they want to, but I don't like how every time Emily do something bad, they practically disown the girl. They disown her, and then when she practically almost dies from AIDS, every practically book, they want to be in her face. Like, I'm so sorry, baby. I love you so much. We will never leave family. It's so much back and forthness with her. I just don't get it. Even Emily's siblings, how they be treating her sometimes, I just really feel bad for her. She needs to leave that household. Next up, let's talk about Arya's parents. First of all, Allie was bogus for kicking Arya out because she knew about the affair. Don't put all the blame on her. That wasn't her fault. She was in a bad position because the father put her in that position. I'm kind of glad Ella's making up for her. She's very now paying attention to her kids or whatever, and she's now finally in Arya's life. So I'm kind of, glad about that. Now with Byron, I first didn't like him for cheating, but it's like now he's kind of there. I can't say too much about him. Kind of upset that him and Meredith got married so soon after him and Ella, but yeah. Next, let's talk about Spencer's parents. At first, I did not like Spencer's parents. They was really harsh to her. They kept taking Melissa's side, but now they finally stepped up and ended up growing. Veronica's always there for Spencer now to talk or anything like that. Peter especially. Now Melissa and Spencer even have a better relationship, so I'm glad. They had a lot of development through the books, and they finally now actually a family. Even though Peter and Veronica did just get a divorce, but still, they're still there for each other, so I'm kind of glad. So yeah. Now let's talk about Hannah. Let's start off with Hannah mom. First, Hannah mom first was very distant, but now she stepped up, and I love that for her. She stood for Hannah, to always like bail her out, or either just be there, watching movies, going to dinner with her now. So I'm kind of glad she's stepping up. Tom was a deadbeat at first, but then he ended up stepping up, and him and Hannah got close when they was bonding over the campaign. But then she ended up getting arrested again, even though it was false. She didn't do anything. He still ended up talking about stay away from me, and I do not like Tom. It's like Tom is so up and down character, and I just don't get him. Let's talk about the friendships. Let's talk about Hannah and Mona first. At first, I liked it in the beginning, but then I started seeing inconsistencies with how Mona started treating Hannah, even though Hannah was always there for the girl, always there, showed up for her birthday party, all this stuff. For Mona to do that to her, I could tell it wasn't genuine from the start, I guess. Yeah. Next, let's talk about the friend group, the girls. I do think they're all closer. I'm kind of glad because at first they was distant after Ali disappeared. But then they end up bonding, and I like this. They stayed close friends, whatever. And this experience kind of made them stronger. I would say I think maybe out of all of them, maybe Emily and Arya is the closest. They always talk to each other, whatever. Hannah and Spencer is okay. Sometimes they butt heads a lot, so I can't say too much about them. That's it for the friendships. I want to talk about storylines. I want to talk about the biggest storyline is Allie and Courtney. Now, we know the girls knew Allie in the 7th grade, but that wasn't Allie, that was actually Courtney. Because Courtney ended up switching with her sister, and Alison is the one that went to the preserve. Because Courtney was in Raleigh at first, but she didn't want to be there no more, so they ended up switching. I'm kind of glad. I like the dynamic between Allie and Courtney. You don't know who it was. And then you finally had this big reveal, and Allie is actually the villain or whatever, and she ended up killing Courtney. So I really like that storyline, and it's a big part of the books, and they don't drag on too much. It kind of gives the book very much mystery. That lead me to my other point was Nick, I think his name is, Ali Helper. That was like a big reveal, and it really shocked me so much for him to finally be revealed. And then Emily was like, Derek? Spencer was like, Phoenix, whatever his name is, and Hannah was like, you're the bartender? And he was Olaf. Like, it was so much, like, I didn't expect that at all. So they do really good surprises. I really like the twin storyline. All their storylines are really good. They end up being explained, so I really like that. Last but not least, the book I'm on is actually, I think, Toxic. I'm practically to the end of all the series or whatever. So yeah. Let me know what y'all think of the books. Which one is your favorite? Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a nice
I go crazy.